Y'all want to see some World War II comic books? Plus another comic book that I just got brand new with an iconic World War II cover? Can I get a hoorah?
I'm a classic man. You can be me when you look this clean. I'm a classic man.
Okay, so I just got a brand new World War II cover comic book. It's an iconic cover. You're going to instantly know it once you see it. But let's roll through some of my other World War II comic book covers. So this one right here, let's start from left and go to right. This is Captain Midnight number 17. And this was from February of 1944. And it is a World War II cover. It says, "Hello Adolf, greetings from Captain Midnight. Shuck it long and shuck it hard." And you can see Captain Midnight here. He's dropping all kinds of bombs over Baghdad and everything else. But you see the German symbols down here. We was probably bombing an airstrip or something like that. But this is from, like I said, it's from February of 44. We're still well within the war right there. This is before we've invaded Normandy, but we still got stuff going on, okay? The next one right here, this is Blue Beetle number 26. And this is from October of 1943. Now, I believe this is the Japanese sun in the background. It also talks about war stories going on in here. It also has a General Patton story and photo as well. Moving on over, I did a whole video and interview on this actual comic book. But this is Submariner Comics number 7 from fall of 1942. It talks about the bombing of the Aleutian Islands. My great uncle was actually there whenever that happened, and I interviewed him and talked to him about that. So there are 3 books. Let's get to some more books. Okay, here we have Master Comics number 11. This is from February of 1941. This is very, very early on. But you have Bullet Man here that's flying in to stop a missile from dropping. I'm assuming somewhere here in America. But it's also the origin and the first appearance of the Minuteman. Right here we have Adventure Comics. Now this is a special comic right here because this is actually signed by Joe Simon. And it was signed by him in 2009. But this is Adventure Comics number 95. It's signed by Joe Simon on 2/5 of 9. And this is from December of 44 to January of 45. Really cool. It's a Joe Simon and Jack Kirby cover, and it's just really awesome that he's actually signed that old of a comic. Next one we have is Startling Comics number 29, and you can see that there's a lot going on here. This book really could have used a pressing. Yeah, this grade would bump up quite a bit, I think, with a good pressing. But you even have the Bi-War bonds and stamps for victory stamp down here, and you have Pyro Man, I believe is his name. He was fighting the Germans right there. So this is from 1944 in September of 1944. Let's move to some more. Y'all know I love World War II stuff. Let's go to some more. Okay, on these next 3, this is Captain Marvel Heavy, but not completely. But this is from October of 1942. This is Captain Marvel number 16. It's an Uncle Sam cover. Uncle Sam covers are really cool in my opinion. But Captain Marvel fights shoulder to shoulder with Uncle Sam to beat the Japanese invaders in Alaska. Also, we've already talked about this, okay? There were, for those of you that did not know, the Japanese actually tried to invade Alaska, okay? They started in the Aleutian Islands. That is what we previously talked about. That's where my uncle was whenever this happened, okay? So that was a real deal. That actually happened. If you haven't known, or if you don't know anything about that, go out and check out one of my earlier videos. I might try to put that somewhere. I don't know how to do all that, but I'll try to put that somewhere in there to where you can go and look at that. This next one is Captain Marvel number 8. This is from March of 42, and you can see, now this one's got character, as they would say, but you can see Captain Marvel out here in front, and he's got all these soldiers behind him, and it's saying "Forward America." So we are we are going, all right. This thing, this inevitable monster is rearing its head, and we are marching towards battle, okay. And this is the origin and first appearance of Ivok or Ibok. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Now this one's a little bit different. Now this comes in at the end of World War II. And this is going to be All-Star Comics number 27 from the winter of 45. But this is trying to get our kids and our people who read comics at that time to appreciate what our veterans have done for us, because they've lost limbs. Their life has been changed forever. Throughout the course of their life, they will. My uncle is 102 years old, and what he saw back during this time, he will never forget until the day he dies. And so this is a way of honoring, and you can see all these characters, they're saluting him for the sacrifices that he made, so that you and I, for those of y'all that are listening to this in English, so that you even have the privilege of being able to listen to this video in English. So let's move away from this. I think I've got some Superman, at least one Superman World War II comic that's graded. I'll show those two special ones. I'll get 3 special ones just for y'all. Alright, these books right here, these hold a very, very special place in my heart. Now, this is special edition number 3, special edition number 4, and goodness gracious, I can't remember which one this one is. This might be 1. I'll figure it out. I'll post it in there. But these are really rare. Okay, these are some of the rarest books I have in my collection. I cannot tell you that I have a rarer book than these 3 books right here. There's a set of 6. Now I'm halfway there, but you have these classic covers, and these are very special because they're reprints. Now, this is the only time probably in history that you'll find a reprint being worth, a heavy amount of value, or being extremely rare. Now, there are reprints that are rare and whatnot, but these are extremely rare just because the age that you're dealing with here. These are from 1944. So the special thing about these are the special edition U.S. Navy, and then on the back you will also have the crossed anchors, and you can read that right there. So these are very, very important. They're historically important. They're militaria. Their comic book history. It's just, I cannot express how important these were. And I've did videos on these in the past. But more or less, these were given to the soldiers in the Navy, and they were like a reading comprehension test in there. So they would read a story, and then there are questions at the end. Read a story, questions at the end. I've given a breakdown on these in the past, but very, very important. My grandfather was in the Navy during World War II. There is a chance that he would have had one of these books in his hand at some point. But anyways, more World War II covers. Let's move to, I've got some more. And then we'll move to some Batman World War II covers. Okay, sorry for the shape of these bags. They're not in the greatest shape, but we have Action Comics number 66 here. We have a dispatcher that is, going towards the front lines. He's got important intel, and Superman swoops in right here to block a bomb from hitting him. We have a really cool, iconic Captain Marvel cover right here. This is Captain Marvel number 27. And then we also have Captain Marvel number 17. So you can see him flying and blocking off some of the rounds here that are being shot by the Japanese. So like I said, those bags probably need to be replaced, but there's some more iconic World War II covers. Okay, so here are some Batman World War II covers. I have 4 of these. I believe it's only 4. So this is Batman 13. This is from 1942, October or November of 1942. And this is Detective Comics number 78 from August of 1943. And you've got, some drummers here, and your flutist, I believe is the word. There you go. Hey man, if you didn't like the 5 o'clock show, come back for the 7 o'clock show. It's completely different, but really cool. And you can see all the soldiers. These are from the soldiers like during the American Revolution, and then here are all the World War II soldiers in the back here. But just another patriotic World War II cover. Let's move to some more Batman World War II covers. I really like this one. Parachuting in, baby. This is pre-Normandy as well. Okay, so I should have... I have other ones that say back the 5th War Loan, the 6th War Loan, but they're not really like so heavy into like actual, you know, covers. It's just saying, you know, it's just giving a nod to this is what's going on in our country. But I wouldn't quite qualify it as a World War II cover, but it's at least saying, hey, the war is still going on, even though it's not like a cover like this. I do have a couple more of those on my wall, but I'll specifically just show you these. So we have Batman 13, which we already spoke of, and then Batman number 15, really, really iconic cover. And this is from March or February of 43. And then you've also got Batman number 30 here. And this is right there at the tail end of the war. This is from October to November, or excuse me, goodness gracious, August to September of 1945. I believe World War II might have been over because the 7th War Loan, I believe that was the last push. Now these probably were made a couple months before the actual technical end of World War II, but this is, I believe, I'll have to look it up and I'll post it down here in the bottom somewhere, but I believe the Japanese had surrendered by this point. But he's handing, this is clearly in the Pacific, and he is handing, this is a Garand rifle. I believe Patton famously said that this is one of the guns that helped win the war. So you can see that this gun that he has, it's worn, tattered, and here swoops Batman in to bring this soldier a new Garand rifle. Garand. So this is a World War II cover, first appearance of Ali Babel, and there's also a Penguin appearance in here. Catwoman appearance and new costume in this one, and then there's a Joker appearance in that one. I got some more books. I got some more World War II covers. Let's go look at those. Okay, so these are the last 3 ungraded books I believe I have before I have my big reveal of the new comic book. But this is Master Comics 55. You can see the submarine right here, and then now this one says give to your war fund. This is sort of similar to what I was talking about earlier, where I have some more books but I mean, it was in bold print at the top, you know, on the other ones. And then here, now this is a later book, 105. So this might be during the Korean War. I can't remember, but I believe these are both World War II era. This is Master Comics 55, Master Comics 64, and then this is Master Comics 105. Let me just walk over here and grab one of these books. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See this Back the 5th War Loan? I have a Back the 5th, Back the 6th, Back the 7th. And I'm sure I have some other ones that have back the different war loans, but that's what I was talking about, that right there. Hey, get back in the line, man. It's not your turn yet. Next video. All right, drum roll, please. That sounded like a gun. I don't know what that was, but anyways. Here we go. Man, this book's so... Oh, please don't do this to me. This is a thick case. So it's not... Oh, don't be like this. I need to show you. This case is so thick because it's one of these World's Finest Comics. Now, I have other World's Finest Comics, but they're not graded by CGC. They're graded by CBCS. So they're a thinner case. But nevertheless, I'll just have to use a easel or something to display this one. But this is World's Finest Comics number 7. Iconic World War II cover. There's also, let's see, let's just look at it. There is a very faint, it's like maybe Canton Magazine Exchange, 1643 East Tusso. I can't say what that is, but Canton Magazine, but iconic cover. And then this is the ad that it was talking about for the Superman cartoons by Paramount. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is from fall of 1942. back cover ad for Paramount Superman cartoons. And then there's also Green Arrow begins in this story, as well as Last Sandman and Red, White, and Blue. This is a Siegel, Simon, Fox, and Finger stories in here. There's Kirby, Sulman, Sherman, Kane, Dobrutka, Simon, and Robinson art, and it's a Jack Burnley cover. So really, really happy to finally have this one in my possession. I got this for a smoking good deal. Very, very happy to have it. I've looked for this one for a long, long time, and I finally added it. So I've got more comic book videos coming up, or at least one more that will be an in-depth review. You may have already seen a teaser for that, but really excited about the next upcoming video, as well as this one. World War II has a very special place in my heart, so glad I was able to pick up another classic World War II cover. Thank you all very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell button to be notified of any time I upload a classic car or comic video. Love y'all a long time. Bye.